Hey everyone, welcome to Artyshils Art and welcome to this video where I am going to share with you my sketchbooks. But before I share with you my sketchbooks, I will share with you a little problem that I have with me related to sketchbooks. So I am literally a big fan of buying sketchbooks, collecting sketchbooks, but when it comes to finishing sketchbook, I am the biggest... I should, literally just hide my face inside some corner of the world for saying this, because when it comes to finishing sketchbook, I am the biggest slacker or biggest procrastinator. I don't know, I don't even have the word for that. So anyways, if you're just like me, please let me know in the comments below that I am not alone and I have company with you. So the sketchbook that I'm going to share with you, none of them are complete at all. They are either half complete or 1/4 complete or just a little bit complete, and rest of them is empty. So that's why I'm sharing a lot of sketchbook. Don't worry, this video is not going to take forever and ever, but I really hope whatever sketches or sketchbook parts that I'm sharing with you over here, I hope you will enjoy that. So without taking any more of your time, let's get started. So these are the sketchbooks that we are going to be looking at right now, and don't worry, these are 5 fat sketchbooks, but none of them is fully complete. So anyways, let's get started and let's look at what's inside my sketchbooks. So first, let's get started with this one, as this one is one of my oldest sketchbook that I have right now, and this sketchbook is by the brand Derwent. So let's see what's inside it, as even I have not seen since so long what exactly is inside it. Okay, so this was, once my husband was there talking on phone, and these both are just, random experiments of drawing I was doing with the pen. And this as well is just out of my imagination. I think I was trying to draw a really poor man, and he has this lamp in his room, and this lamp says hope. And this over here is my friend from Facebook. I really liked the pose of her. Her name is Julianne. Hi Julianne, if you're watching this, and I don't think she knows this. So anyways, and this as well, I was just experimenting. This picture was from a magazine, and I drew this when I was pregnant with my first child. And then this picture as well, I was just practicing my sketching with the pen, and the reference photo is from a magazine. And this one is my friend when she had this newborn little baby boy. This is her photograph from Facebook, and this one as well is out of my own imagination. And this I don't remember clearly, but this is a girl exercising. And over here I was just trying out various pencils by the brand Derwent, my HB 2B till 4H. And over here I was just designing some composition for some painting, and this over here as well I was designing a Radha Krishna painting. And this over here I was just experimenting with color and paper and pen and everything. And this over here is one of my most favorite sketches of all time, because I really loved how all the hatching techniques and all the techniques came out in this that I have done with the black pen. And this once again was also just an experiment, and this was my son when he was playing and he was little. And this was a little boy. I think I drew this out of a magazine or some book or something. This is just a rough drawing of that. And this once again was my son, and this was a drawing out of my imagination, just a little experiment that I was doing. And this I was just playing around with some new colored pens that I had got. Then I have a few blank pages. After that I have this drawing of a girl that I have done on paper, and this one is some hands on the butterfly. And this one is every artist was first an amateur, a quote with the random drawing of a face. So that is it for this sketchbook. Let's move on to the other sketchbook now. So this is the sketchbook that I used in 2016, and I used this as my bullet journal as well as a sketchbook. So this has a lot of writing in it, and not all of it is complete with sketches, but I will just share with you whatever sketches I have in this. To get started with, I have these little roses over here, here on one of the pages where I was bullet journaling. Then I have these practice drawings of the hands, and these were the few things that were there on my art table. This is my hard disk, this is the teddy bear, this is just a little sketchbook, and this is the lamp that is there on my art table. And then on the other bullet journal page, I have these little drawings of the people who I drew in the bus. And then I have this drawing of my little daughter with her little toys. Over here, I absolutely love this drawing. My daughter was watching something on my mobile, some rhymes or something, and at that time I was sitting on the other side. This is my hand, and I have shown myself drawing my daughter in this drawing while she was sitting there on the bed. And over here is the bag of my son, because he had just returned from school, or he was studying something. I don't exactly remember, but I'm really in love with this drawing. This is just a random experiment, or I was trying to plan one of my paintings. This was a lady in the bus who was just sitting there and listening to some music while she was going somewhere, so I drew her. Over here I have some of my Inktober sketches, which I will go through without a lot of description, but each and every sketch over here has a video, so if you would like to watch their making, I will put the link of their playlist in the description below. So these were all my Inktober sketches for 2016, and that is it for this particular sketchbook right here. So let's move on to the next sketchbook right now. This is my third sketchbook that I'm sharing with you right now, and it is very new. Like, it started in 2017, so not very new at all. Almost half the year has passed, but I really have not worked on this at all, except for just a few drawings here and there. So over here I was just playing around with my new pencil colors. So I drew this girl just as an experiment. And over here there's the drawing of this girl with a lot of experiment with my brush pens and color pencils going on. Then I have these sketches of people who I saw in the bus. So this was my daughter only, who was completely covered in her cap and jacket and everything, and she fell asleep in the bus. This was her. And this once again is my daughter. She was playing something. And then this was a lady, she was sitting there in the bus, and this was the lady who was sleeping in the bus, and she was one of my Instagram followers. I sometimes like to draw my Instagram followers, so if you are on Instagram, then I would love for you to follow me there, and if you would like me to paint you, then just add #drawmeartyshils and I may draw you in my sketchbook. It's not a promise, but I will try. Although this sketchbook was for 2017, I have been drawing a lot in this more than that. Not a lot, but at least better than the other sketchbook that I just showed you. So this is the first page of this sketchbook, and on this page I was just drawing random things while I was in the park with my kids and they were just playing around, so I drew them over here. And on the other page, this once again was one of my Instagram followers, and I had got this new brush pen and I was absolutely in love with how her face and her expressions were. So I was just playing around with my brush pen while I was drawing her in this sketchbook. And over here are just some random sketch. This was when I had recently seen Kung Fu Panda, and this, I don't know, I don't remember. I think even this was one of my Instagram followers or something. And this girl is one of the YouTubers I follow, and this was just a random sketch from somewhere. And this was, all the random smileys that I was trying out, these emoji faces that I was trying out. And this wide page, as you can see right here, is once again a scene that I drew when I was in the park with my kids. So while my kids were playing, I was drawing this scene which was in front of my eyes at that time. And this as well was in the park, and I just drew the tree, and I was just practicing this cross hatching on the tree at that time. But I had to leave this halfway because my kids needed me or something happened, so I just left it halfway. And this is a little cartoon strip that I made for my son and my daughter. So this part shows how my son cries, and this part shows how my daughter cries. It shows like this when my son cries, he's crying, and then I console him, and then he listens, and then he's happy again. And this is how my daughter cries. She first of all cries the loudest she can. So she's wah, wah, and then she says, Baba, this happened. She has 100 stories to tell me when she is crying. And then I try to console her. And then again, when I'm trying to console her, volume really increases. Wah, wah, wah. So this is like, the difference, the way my son cries and when my daughter cries. And over here, I was just practicing the different lips. And then there's this girl. Just randomly, I was practicing once again lips and mouth. And over here as well, I'm practicing lips, mouth. And these are just random things in my house. And this is once again one of my followers on Instagram that I drew. And over here, I had used my Winsor Newton ink with my dip pen, and this one is just a random face out of my imagination, and just a few random things here and there. And this is just my hand with some henna that I am drawing on that. And this one over here is, I was just planning some sketch. Over here, I was teaching one of my classes I was teaching the basics of drawing a front face and a little bit side face. So this was for that, and these are just random faces and sketches. And over here as well, I was teaching another class where I was teaching how to draw the face, and over here I was practicing how to teach in those classes. So this was just my practice session. And this is the cute little drawing of my son. He drew himself with a tennis racket in his hand. And once again over here, I am teaching how to draw this face with details of how to draw the nose and stuff. And this is just a random drawing, and this was a concept sketch. And this over here was a logo that I was trying to design with a young designer. I was actually communicating with him online, and we were designing my logo for my Artyshils Art Academy, but it did not work out, and I am still looking for a logo for Artyshils Art Academy. So if you are a designer, or if you are someone who makes logos, and if you're interested in working with me for designing a logo for Artyshils Art Academy, then please feel free to email me at info@artyshils.com, because I'm still looking for a nice logo for my academy. So that is it for this sketchbook. Even this sketchbook we are done with for now, but I'm not done with this sketchbook. I will fill it even more in the future. But for now, I am done with this. And last but not the least, here we go with my last sketchbook. This over here once again is just a random sketch of the girl out of my imagination, and I was once again trying to design my some logo or something. So this is that, and this is one of my followers on Facebook page where I had asked people to submit a photograph that they would like me to draw, and I will choose one and draw that. So I chose her, this little girl, and I drew her, and I absolutely loved the way the hatching and all the techniques came out on her. over here I was just playing around and experimenting with my brush pen when this drawing just emerged. Nothing was planned. I was just, randomly playing around when this came up, and I really love the way the emotion captures on this drawing. And over here I was just for the first time experimenting and playing with my dip pen and inks. I had never worked with dip pens and inks, so this was my first time, and I was just playing and checking out how it works before I started my Inktober sketches last year. And this was a beautiful girl that I drew as a coloring page for everyone in Artyshils Art Academy. And this is once again a concept sketch, and this is the page where I was teaching at Artyshils Art Academy about the rules of composition. And last but not the least, this is the drawing where I was teaching at one of the classes at Artyshils Art Academy, the drawing of the painting, how to draw with all the basics of the face. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and do subscribe to this channel for more art and painting videos and tutorials. And more than these regular sketches, I absolutely love doing a lot of urban sketching as well. So if you would like to go through, or if you would like to look at my urban sketches, which is full of a lot of beautiful stories, if you would like to look at it, then do let me know in the comments below, because I would only like to film it if you would like to watch it. So if you enjoyed this video and if you would like to look at more of my sketches and urban sketches this time, then please let me know in the comments below once again. And before leaving, I would also like to tell you that if you would like to learn paintings like these, using acrylic paints and mixed media techniques, then do check out www.artyshilsartacademy.com, a place from where you can learn how to draw or paint by taking various classes or workshops. And to help you get started with Artyshils Art Academy, I have even provided you with a special discount coupon which you can find in the description box below. So I will see you again in my next video. Till then, bye and happy creating. Bye.